Hey guys, Luke Smith here, and big random video. It's 17th. This is Tuesday, and it's like 12:30 in the morning. I wasn't expecting to do this, but I want to do it, and so I can like schedule it to go up like about 10-11 o'clock in the morning, about 10 hours time. It looks like, even though this is speculated, we don't know if this is true or not. This has not been fact checked yet, but it looks like Irene has visited Chris, and we didn't know that was a thing that can happen with him. We didn't know that he could get visitors. This is probably not true. I mean, it is Reddit for one, which is a bit of a red flag, so we're gonna go with it. We're gonna read it. We're gonna give a non-biased attitude to it. It even says here, unconfirmed. Be a skeptic while reading it, which is what we'll do. So let's give it a go. So this is the January 2023 Gale visit. Got a quote: "As for Traineealex, I will certainly approve him as a contact. I graciously look forward to our meeting." And that was Chris allegedly adding Reddit user Traineealex to his list of approved contacts. On the 14th of January 2023, which was last Saturday, Reddit user Traineealex posted to the r/ChrisClan Sonically subreddit, claiming to have visited Chris in Gale on the 9th of January. So he waited for a bit before posting it then. The post included a sketch of Chris along with a write-up of the encounter and an explanation on how it took place. Let me just check my recording. Yeah, that's fine. So this is the artist, what he drew of Chris, what he looked like. He looks like a bloody ghoul right there. Cheeks sunken in, bit of lost weight in the face. So yeah, looks a bit ghoulish, to be fair. Highlights from the account of the visit. Chris is allowed visitors a couple of times per week, but only if he personally approves them. So he can see him if he wants to, in other words. Traineealex alleged that in September 2022, Hallberg had sent a letter to his friend who had correspondence with Chris, requesting him not to post Chris's letters online and threatening legal action if he did. So that's why we're not seeing any letters of recent. And speculated that may be why so few letters has come out. Exactly. That's probably why we haven't seen any letters since like months and months ago. Chris is reportedly the thinnest he's ever been since high school. Well, being in Gale is not the best way to lose weight, to be fair. Chris is reportedly showing signs of his age, with his hair greying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what prison will do to you. Chris appears to be medicated to the point of where it's slowing his speech. In other words, they're probably giving him Ritalin or Valium to calm him down. Heilberg seems to have finally convinced Chris to keep his mouth shut. Fucking good on you, mate, for doing that. So it looks like Chris will hopefully not speak bollocks about him being Jesus Christ anymore. Chris has been playing basketball in Gale and was unbanned from the rec room. So he's been a good boy for once. When asked when he'd be released from Gale, Chris responded, "The truth will be revealed in months." In August of this year, you mean, because that's when the next court date will be, and hopefully the last one, because we can't wait any longer. Just think how much tax money this is costing the US taxpayers. Most notably, Chris appears to have accepted that he may never return to 14 Bagshot Court or see Barb ever again. From the Aphidium, whatever that is, Chris's behaviour during the visit was purposely zombie-like. Chris was clean, although his hair was dry and in poor health. Right, so we got the Reddit post right here. So this is what Traineealex said. I took a road trip and visited Chris in jail on the 9th. My friend has been sending letters to Chris since the late 2021. He got Chris to add me as his personal contact. In other words, he has your number and he might end up doxing you if he ever gets out. And possibly your address and email. Chris has allowed visitors a couple of times a week, but only from people he personally approved. Back in September, my friend got a letter from Heidelberg asking him not to post Chris's letters online and threatening legal action if he did. Again, the whole misinformation thing that he was talking about. That's probably why so few letters has come out. My friend never received his letters either way, and never planned until Chris got out of jail. First of all, Chris is thin, like holy shit thin. He hasn't been this thin since probably 2000, if not earlier. That being said, he definitely looks worse for wear. He looks noticeably older. His hair is 100% grey at this point. He looks like a fucking ritual wizard then, I'd imagine. I'd imagine he'd look fucking horrible right about now. I mean, seriously. 100% grey at this point. Not the brown grey swamp it looked back in 2021, but it's still dark. One of his eyes was bruised, which he said he got when he fell. I call bullshit. He probably started a fight and he got hit. Trust me, Chris Clan would never be a good fighter. And they had very dark bags. Probably hadn't slept for weeks. He still had the stubble. Unsurprisingly, it's even more visible than it looks in the pictures. His voice is thin. Yeah, like I said. If he's like that, he probably is not going to last that much longer in jail, because he's slowly fucking killing himself in there by being in there. As soon as he started talking, I could tell he was on something. Like I said, Valium or Ritalin to calm people down, because they always use that for the autistics to help calm them down. Especially the would he call himself high functioning? Yeah, they probably did it. Till he was on something, he hardly did any of the usual falsetto or screeching, but his responses were short. He slurred his speech even more than usual, but he didn't talk as fast. I did my best to draw while he talked. He seemed happy with it. He kept interrupting me and cutting himself off to make quips like, "Make sure you get my good side," and shit like that. It was annoying. Oh yes, the classic Chris. I asked him about the reviewed dates and letters, why he was still in jail, etc. But he insisted that Halberg told him not to talk about it. Oh, good. At least you're actually taking notice of your lawyer for once. It seemed that Halberg actually managed to shut him up. At least when he's medicated. I couldn't. He couldn't. I could have prodded, but he was getting frustrated and started to use the whining demonic 6-year-old voice. So I dropped the subject. That's actually the only time when he got whiny during the whole visit. So he is getting a little bit better in his behaviour, which is good. Hopefully he'll behave himself in court this time. I asked him what he does all day. He said he spends most of his days meditating on the prayer rug, and that he liked playing basketball in the rec room. Apparently he got unbanned for good behaviour. He gets food from the commissary or the commissary once or twice a week. He kindly offered that he has been taking fibre supplements because Gale food makes him constipated. Well, I'm pretty sure Gale food has been shit, because that's the idea. They do it to make you suffer. They do it to make you break. Also, apparently, he has been mixing popcorn into ramen. What's that? Sweet and savoury? He doesn't ever talk to other inmates. Probably why they doesn't they don't let him talk to other inmates in jail. He said that he doesn't know how much money he makes from his jail drawings, but I guess it was at least around $25. And he said he hasn't got any donations in a few months outside of Praetor. Okay, so Praetor still donates to him a little bit of money from their sales. And I asked him about Kengel. Chris just responded, he's the Antichrist with a smile. He didn't elaborate. I asked him if he wanted to get out of jail, and he shouted that the truth will be revealed in just months, or something like that. He confirmed that it was part of his sacrifice. Oh god, yeah, he's still doing the Jesus thing. Okay, I thought they knocked it out of him. A part of his sacrifice. He wouldn't be returning to the Sonic Temple or seeing Barb anytime soon. I asked him if he missed Barb, and he said yes. Now, does he really miss her, or does he want to be with her due to the free living accommodation still? I don't know. And the fuck toy, obviously, because you know them two get on with a fucking else on fire. Okay, where was I? Here we are. I asked him if he still believed in the merge, and he basically said yes, and it is finished. How is it finished? I repeated that the collective shift was just months away. Okay, so it's not done yet then, and that the truth will be revealed. We were basically out of time at that point, so I showed him the drawing, and he laughed and basically told me it looked like shit. I thanked him and left. What a fucking arsehole. You did a nice drawing for him, and he tells her that. It's basically a mugshot drawing. What people like drawing courts and stuff, as like to give to the judge or whatever. Why do people draw in court again? I don't know. Even though he probably means that he looks like shit. I don't know. Letter snippets. The post was not taken seriously at first, and was eventually removed by the Reddit mods the following day. On the 15th of January, that was Sunday, the user posted snippets of the letter that he claimed his friend received from Chris, allegedly adding them as a approved visitor. So let's have a look at these letters. Letter snippet is basically what the letter said, and letter snippet 2 is basically what the letter said. Wait a minute, what was that? Like, there's a oh, okay, right, okay, that was just the stuff that we already read. So we're gonna have a look at them in a minute. Lines resembling tally marks appearing to be bleeding through the other side of the letter. The handwriting is silted and messy, but appears to conform to all of Chris's mannerisms and lettering, causing debate as to their authenticity. Some argue Chris's medicated status may be the cause of the stilted handwriting as a theory which was supported as an affidavit the following day. Others argued this is evidence and the letters were forged. So we got the addendum, whatever that is. On the 16th of January, that was yesterday. Obviously it's Monday. Actually, yeah, this is new. Fucking hell. 16th of January, Traineealex posted a that word again, replied to his last post. He announced that he would not be answering any more questions about the visit. Some last words on this visit. Chris's handwriting is definitely altered over the past few months, and I wouldn't be surprised if it had to do with all the drugs. You may see evidence of this in some of his recent gal art. His behaviour was undeniably zombie-like. I asked my friend to send some older letters for comparison and the Halberg letter, but he said that he didn't want to send anything else. Probably good in. In regards to his hygiene, he was clean. Hair was limp and lifeless, but it was dry and didn't look greasy. I'm pretty sure he washes and stuff in there. They make him wash and clean themselves. I didn't notice him smelling, but he was behind glass. Yeah, it's probably the best. He probably had a Hannibal Lecter mask on, to be fair, so I didn't get a good riff at him at all, to speak. Probably for the best. I'm abandoning this account now because I don't want to risk doxing myself. Probably already was by now. I won't be answering any more questions. Needless to say, I won't be visiting Chris again. Thanks for the memories. Okay, references the original. We won't do that. So we're gonna have a look at these letters now. So this is the one, the backwards date handwriting there. Lightning heart, lightning bolt, Ohio, and blank. Obviously his real name he blanked out. Firstly, foremost, to the cause of the collective shift, I want to confirm to, yep, I think there. And is this site still the stuff? Yeah, that's As for blank, I will certainly approve him as a contact. I graciously look forward to our meeting. Obviously, that was the that was the this right here. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think this is real, legit? I had a look at the archived Reddit post. There's a lot of people saying it's not legit, that he's lying, trying to get the clicks, to get the likes, doing it for clout. He's a ween. Yes, I'd assume he would have been a ween, but like I said, I'm on the fence. This is like a non-biased review on this matter. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is real or not? Personally, I don't think it is real, but it kind of looks like it might be, so I don't really know. I hope you enjoyed this video. This will go up Tuesday morning. If you like the video, give me a like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. This is pretty rare update on Chris Clan at the minute, if real. And if you want, you can support the channel by clicking the links on the left hand side of the screen and making a donation. And I'll see you guys next time.